All right. Think we're live? We live on all the things? I think so. All righty. Okay, good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming out on this snowy Thursday night. All survived to make it, so congratulations with all of this crazy amount of precipitation here that destroys this city. Anyhow, yeah, a few announcements. We've got, I don't know what's going to happen with the Nouns, if that's going to be going on Saturday, but if anybody's thinking about doing that, checking on the Nouns run, that's Saturday at noon over at Cactus Club Harbor. So if you're looking at 5K, go do that. Head into Discord, you can find out more info on that, or look for the Meetup group for Nouns run. Then next week, got NF Coffee will be on their event on Wednesday from 4 to 6. And then after that, be the Salon Meetup. So if here is actually thinking of, Salon, if you're not already, there'll be a meetup here for a bunch of the Salon group. So come join that, and bring it back to Thursday next. So anyway, tonight we've got Edward from Charityfy. You're going to talk to us about blockchain for the public good. So I'll let him take it away. If anybody has questions, please just raise your hand. I'll get you a microphone, and that way it'll also connect into the live for the listening at home. Hey, Edward, have you got it on? Oh, turn it on. There we go. Take it away.
Okay, thanks.
There you go.
Works.
Thank you.
Okay. First, thank you everyone just coming here for such kind of cold night outside. But I think the first news is Bitcoin. I've already proved yesterday. There should be a new milestone for blockchain technology. So, my name is Ed, just from BGP. The talk for the night, just to talk about the blockchain for the public good. Can you hear? Is clear? Okay. First, I want to say blockchain technology is coming up the first crypto, the Bitcoin, and now for the public, they're also just talking about how to use the technology to solve the problems with the public good, especially for the charity. For some of us, most of us just think about what's the number one problem for the charity sector, for the charity blockchain. So we think the number one problem will be discussed with charity. There's a way just record just to see the uncharity the number of problems in this movie. Let's watch the movie trailer first.
You want to know why charities haven't changed the world? We hypnotize people in consumption. And we don't let the nonprofit sector indoctrinate people in compassion.
We have to go beg for every dollar we get.
We're trying to address income inequality,
Climate change, feeding the world,
the horrors of war, racism,
Sexual violence.
poverty.
We need to come up with solutions that we can't yet imagine.
What is a world that works for everyone? What does that world look like?
There's this huge distrust with charities.
We're still, in fact, businesses. You still have the same operating costs.
Staff, lights, phone bills, office rent.
We have two rule books, one for the nonprofit sector and one for the rest of the economic world.
The motive to make money is a powerful galvanizer of capital.
We're competing with Apple, McDonald's, Coca-Cola for the same customers.
We're building this magical thing that creates community and transforms lives, and it gets destroyed.
Breaking news tonight.
Getting another charity under fire.
Questionable spending practices.
Where's the money going?
The work we're doing to help people has been so mischaracterized that somebody actually was going to come find me and shoot me.
There's something in your brain that can snap, and it did.
When people tell me you just can't change the way people think about charity, I think Oh, yeah? You know, we have changed the way people think about seatbelts and about smoking and about women having the right to vote and civil rights. Things can change.
The nonprofit sector is the place where you can experiment and do creative things.
And that means investing boldly, investing in the people.
We want us to be a social enterprise empire. I want to grow as big as it takes to solve these problems.
The next time you're looking at a charity, don't ask about the rate of their overhead. Ask about the scale of their dreams. The most incredible things are possible.
So for this movie, you can see some people just destroy the charities, and there are also data from the survey. You can see that 1 of the Americans don't trust charity, spend the donation well. Also in Canada, there's only 8% Canadians trust in charities. So how have you to charities before? Lots. From this statistic, you can see some of people don't trust. What's the root for them to trust with charities? Do you think about?
I think a lot of people are concerned that the people running these are more running for profit so that they get themselves a job and to provide value to people that the charities are for. I think that's one of the real concerns. So basically the
Okay, they worry overhead. So they just spend the money well, didn't spend on their water, their things. Yeah, that's the this is the most. This is the reasons. And for full screen, I need to go again. Sorry for that. Okay, people about the overhead, the part of the problems. Dive in the deep, we find root reason for people distrust charity. You can see from here, we just give their money donation. That give to charity. They just spend the money, right? After that, they just show their impacts. But between the donation and the impacts they shoot for the donors, there's no way for them to track the donations. There's no way for them to show their community. That basically that means for their operation is transparent. For most we just should see the end data, right? Give us a summary. We know us to show us for each transaction, what happened for each transaction. It's very hard for us to figure it out, because they just use isolated ledgers to record their operations, record their events. Us is very hard, very difficult for the public to track the transaction. Basically, the deeper root reasons. For this reason, people is to hard understand how much they overhead for their acts, their contributions. What's the percentage in Canada? Just they can take overhead percentage. 17. Okay, 17. Any other number? What's the overhead they can take? No, basically how much nutrition cost they can spend. In that movie, right? In the movie, they just called it.
People, I think, in the world, I don't think they have money to spend on that because I want to say too much. I think they don't have too much to spend on those things of inflation and trust them. The majority of them trust. So I think that they don't want to spend money on the charity. But the people who know the foundation works donate money to foundations for other purpose. But for good though, for food.
Good. Basically, in Canada, there's no specific number, just how much they can spend and that. But the charity incoming income act, there's some lines for charity. There's basically that just you must spend at least 80% in your charitable program. In other words, just for each charity, you cannot spend 20% their admin cost. It's basically just for the head. For average, there's no static data to show what's average for Canadian charity. I guess around 15 like that. But this is kind of a reason for another reason is what's impacts based on the donations, right? Even for the impacts, they just know the summary. They have a new report every year, right? We can study, can check their annual report every year just on the Revenue Canada website. You can see all the data on the website. But the problem just the summary. We don't know details. We don't know what's the those numbers coming from. Because we see their ledgers. All ledgers are closed to the public. It's not open to the public. So basically, the root reason for why people trust with charities. So there's a problem to security knowledge. Thanks to the one, there's the blockchain technology is coming out, and now you see. So with blockchain technologies, we may find similar solution with the nature of blockchain. So with the nature of blockchain, we know the immutable, right? Immutable and open to the public, and so that means we take the nature of the blockchain technology to make the solutions for the problem for the public, to solve the public good, traceable, transparent, and accountable. It's basically because every transaction and the ledger will be open to the public. Some projects already found made some solutions. For example, the Gitcoin. So I think most maybe already Gitcoin, right? We just donate some money to other platform for startup projects. Projects, the startup may give some the donor incentive, give some tokens incentive, may or not, right? This is the solution by the Gitcoin. We can use the Gitcoin from the production. Say start from 2017. 2007. It's almost 5 years. They do every 3 months. They do one round to allocate some funds the startup projects. They also get some donations from other projects. And they already made just some numbers. They already made they already raised the fund for more than 1,000 projects. They raised almost here's 50 million, right? It's more than 50 for these projects. They had some more three million dollars for this platform. This is the most biggest crypto projects to take blockchain technology, and also all these projects refunded also just try to take the blockchain technology, build a better something for the public. This is one project, just the Gitcoin. So most, I think, most special for them, give some incentive to the users, just with some tokens. A project just called the giving block. How many do you know giving block? This is the way they operate the project, this platform, more like the Web2 in the Web2 way. They just crypto tokens to the traditional chains. The special for this project, they just give the donor the tax incentive. For your donate to the charities, you get tax receipts, right? You get the tax receipts, you can deduct some tax. You get some tax rate. What percentage? You know, deduction from tax receipts. For example, you donate 1,000 to CL, just how many tax you can deduct from your tax report. It's it's between just almost 40%. For almost 40%. Yeah, 40%. This is the special way. This giving block. They take the total donation, give the donation to the charities. Then charities will use the tax receipt. This is two different ways. You can see 2 different ways for the people the blockchain knowledge and take the donation, develop the different products. The most different way we can see this. Also, for the block, they already last year announced that they already received more than 100 million, more than 1 million. They get more than $1 million to the charities from the crypto owners. The crypto owners just gave crypto as a donation to charities. they get the benefit from the chips. For example, if they have the Bitcoin at $1,000, but when donation, maybe the coin already was $10,000. For after they donate, they get receipts, but they have to report their capital gains. This is the win-win situation for the crypto debts. This is the way for the block to operate. For our project called Be Charity, we operate in the both way. So just try to for project charity, we try to build open, create ledger public good. They just try to build open to build help donors, build trust with peers to solve difficult problem. But Be Charity will operate in a way will give donors not only the tax incentive, give them the total incentive. We are working the both the Be Charity find the both incentive together. This is what the Be Charity is doing. And now Be Charity start raising funds on the Gives platform. The Give platform, they will give all the monies to the projects. They take any from the donors. They give 100% go to project. That's why the Be Charity take this platform as the reason platform. And at the time, the Polygon, most time people already know the Polygon, right? They give the project some as a match. If they get donation from donors, and the Polygon will give them some magic as a match to start these projects to use to build the Polygon. Now the Be Charity also on the Polygon. Any questions?
So yes, so once we some money and make a donation, so how can we check where the money is and going on? How can we verify?
Okay, the problem Be Charity try to solve. Now Be Charity is the where we already talked about Gitcoin, the giving, and the Be Charity third subject we try to talk about today. And Be Charity purpose for Be Charity is to build a ledger for the public good. And project started 3 years ago. It initiated a charity for the career school years ago. We applied some from the Canadian government, and the fund did some developing and already did some job. What they are now, they just at the beginning they all tried to build a fundraising platform just like the Give. Later on, they just to build another management system called volunteer management system. If you use a fund to looking to run the volunteer program, they need some funds, right? After they plan the volunteer program, they use the fund planning, recruit volunteer. So they just give the to monitor the volunteer job. After volunteer done the, they also give token to the volunteers. Just for the just use a token, just called volunteer token. One volunteer will equal to one volunteer's job. If you, because the token just the polygon, say all the tokens every transaction you track, right? So in this way, understand the donations go. Because at the beginning they will they create the jobs, right? They register us or create one volunteer job. They raise the street, they create 8 volunteer job. The volunteer, the 1 hour volunteer job, the charity will give 1 volunteer token to volunteer. After token, volunteer token to the volunteer account, that cannot be moved around. It stay for in the volunteer account. In this way, if you track every token's movement, you can track the donation.
So,
this is an example of how you can track donation.
Oh, okay, yes. If I give like $1, so do I go to check? What's the process?
So first, you donate $1,000 to must be charity, right? Charity received the $1,000. For the charity received $1,000, they can create more than 300 hours volunteer job, right? After that, the charities just to the volunteers run their charity programs. The volunteer will finish the volunteer. After finish it, the charity will give their volunteer jobs.
So let's say I'm not of that process, and I just give some, and I want to go home to a website and whatever. Where do I go to check? Which where go to check?
First, you need to pick up a charity to donate, right? You pick up a charity to donate for the volunteer situation. There's a pool, just volunteer pool, for which we charity, right? Which charity? Then you donate $1,000, right? After that, you will get the token from the B charity platform, and also the charity will get the 300 volunteer token, right? This token that you already donated $1,000, and the charity will create 300 volunteer hours. That the charity will just open the volunteer job. Then the charity just the charity will give the volunteer token volunteer to do the job. After done, the charity will give the token, the 300 token volunteers. In this way, you track your donation for $1,000. You can track the how 100 volunteer token just move the volunteers. 300 volunteer jobs. That's the impact made with 1,000 donation.
I guess I just have a question drilling to what he was saying. I'm not clear either on how you would verify the money got spent on what you intended to get spent on. Like, and that would translate to these volunteer tokens. But then how do you know those volunteer tokens actually converted into hours? Like, is there a mechanism to do that?
Because you gave that $900 is right. $900 to the charity volunteer program, right? Then the charity the money run the volunteer program, because every volunteer program is a charitable program in the charities. So you know your donation will create 300 volunteer jobs, right? This
Right.
is the first.
It's
The
just like
second, they get volunteers to the 300 volunteer job, and the volunteer will get 300 volunteer, and the token stay in the volunteer account. Then you just track the volunteer token from the platform to the charity to the volunteer. Then you know your donation spent create 300 volunteer ready. The volunteer already done. Then you need to track it.
those tokens, the holding wallet gets spent to individual volunteers.
Yes,
to
they
their
will
wallet, and they-
finally move to the individual in the, and they will stay as a volunteer account forever. They cannot move again.
Gotcha. So presumably, those could then be audited later, and then you could.
Yes,
know
everyone can
certain-
see it blockchain, right? And
Oh.
you can audit it.
Okay, I think that.
Yeah, because volunteer tokens are now currently on blockchain and the Polygon, right? We also to make the program just on blockchains. But in the same way, how can you track this? I think the method is operate the same. This is an example for veritable how to use a token. It.
Yeah, like I just get a lot of people when they do to a charity, right? Like you're donating to a cause, times it's like half across the world, so you don't know, like if you're buying food and that food is actually going to where you're hoping that it's gonna. You don't know if it's just getting skimmed by some company that's overcharged for the goods. You know, that's why there's a lot of skepticism.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you can't actually see the workers, what they're doing, so. I just think, yeah, like had a way to audit it, in fact, and show like, okay, actually this many people that were doing work hours, even if you couldn't quantify how effective their work was, it could prove that, you know, the money where we're supposed to be going.
Yeah, you are right. Currently, in traditional way, we know how money spent, right? But if we take the example, just the volunteer program, step for BG just develop more management system, we turn their into the first. And they have their employees and the volunteers working for different program. They just so they can transfer, they can swap fiat money to the different things. Yeah, charities just use it to manage their operations. For example, if employees you deliver their income in the so if you take the token away, that means if a charity can take the blockchain knowledge, the token just instead of the fair. If they take it away, so we can track how your token will be go. And there's no charity use this, right? That's why the B charity set up the projects and use knowledge to convert additional cost in the token. If they use the token, so we can use the token, put the token on blockchain. In this way, we can track every action. That's what the B charity wants to do.
Did you follow that? You kind of get
that clears it. It's just, I guess it's always the last mile problem. That last part of know how it's spent. You know.
Yeah, I guess just to reiterate here, my kind of understanding here, instead of doing the dollar, let's say you made the donation USD, and then you're going to make the donation to or the tiers or whatever that they were paid in USDC, you could essentially track all of that. What I think referring to here, Edward, is now you can issue a token, a volunteer token. That way, that would be equivalent of the treasure of the donations. Make sense, Edward? Like, let's say if you had $10,000 in the, let's say the treasure from the donation.
Yes,
let's say you made
yes.
10,000. You could say, hey, take a timestamp right now. We're going to make 10,000 volunteer tokens, and then if you were to do some work and whoever else you're supposed to do work, you would be getting extra tokens for that. It would be redeemable for then underlying from the treasury.
It's not redeemable. We just had just $900, but for the for charities create 1 hour, they need $3 in additional way. $900. That means the charity use $900. They can create 3 volunteer 3 hours volunteer job. So charity will get $100 from platform, deliver a token to volunteers. So in this, your charity received $100, create 300 hours volunteer, and it's already done by the volunteers, and the 300 volunteer token will get the volunteer account. This is an example of volunteer program. In this, we can just maybe we can develop other program, right? We received the fiat machine. They will convert to the token first, then deliver it to the charity program, and be to different beneficiaries. The token will be to the beneficiary eventually. The token will stay in the beneficiary account. So track all the steps for their operation.
All right. So you're just, that's what volunteers then. The token is to represent volunteer hours, and that's not actually worth any cap tracking. So it's just for tracking actual hours. Saying, hey, based off the underlying treasury, believe that we can X amount of dollars equals X amount of volunteer hours. We can show where these hours have been tracked. Tokens.
Yeah.
I think is
And so why the charity $3 to the one volunteer job? Because they had the administrative cost. They have their employee. They have all
the overhead
facility.
Yeah, overhead.
They need cost. The $3, that means the average cost for the charities nowadays to create one job.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So just transparency on the volunteer.
As an example, we can do the same thing to other football program.
Got it.
For example, for the earthquake, so the charity get it done. They buy stuff, right? Buy some stuff, then deliver it to the beneficiaries. If they can convert to the first and move the token from this country to the entity to the different beneficiaries, we can track the tokens. And each token represents a different amount of fiat.
Got it. Cool.
I guess one thing I'm clear on though is like I get that there's this so it's paid out and then it sits in this account and then they basically bill the platform for hours, like the tokens represent the work hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they convert work hours into presumably different per hour in different locations because it'd be charging different amounts, right? Based on geography.
Yes.
But that still is clear to me how you can prove, like just a hypothetical, how do we know that the system is being gamed to where it says, okay, I'm going to do these work hours, build a platform, and then do anything? Like how can you prevent fraud, basically?
In the charity way, they build the platform, right? But they build a platform. First step, they get the charities onboarding, and charity set up the rhythm pool. Then charity, after they get 100 donations, we convert to tokens first, right? Then they get $900. They also get 300 volunteer token, right? Then we the volunteer token, how the 300 volunteer move, right? In this way, we can prove $100 in fiat already in red the correct volunteer program.
Okay, so these volunteers like pre-designated platform, like they've already declared them. We work for the organization. And track them kind of.
First step, we trust the charity first. We give the charity talk, then charity deliver token to the volunteers. The next step, the charity try to move all the management system to the blockchain. After that, we go every step. But first, now we see the BTS need refunds to develop kind of system, this kind of system.
Oh, the part hasn't been built yet.
Not fully built yet.
Okay.
Build some of them.
Got it. All right. Well, we can keep going, Edward. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, from here, we record what the BTS record on the open. They will record their funds, donated funds. They also record their volunteers because it's the most important resource for the sources for to run their charitable program. So they just record all the transactions for the donated funds and donated time, because the volunteer give their times and the donor give their funds to this. Eventually, for the course, eventually they will show what's the impacts and the blockchain. Or take the example, just how many hours they already created and done by volunteer on the blockchain. In this way, they put the blockchain technology, we can track all the movements. This is what charity will next time. They just have the tokenomics. Is how they distribute the token. The token will be airdropped to us. It's just the donor and also include the donors. This is just after they don't get the token just from the platform. They also just record reputations. And what we heard about just about the volunteer token 20 hours, because in the even in the country, 1 hour volunteer still just 1 hour job, right? There's no it's still the same. Did 1 hour volunteer job. This is what they did now, just already built coding just to the platform. This is for fundraising, the fundraising pool. This is what it look like. This is like the fundraising program. After you pick up the program, that means you donate for the programs. This is for volunteer, how volunteer record their hours. They record the hours on the platform first. After that, their hours will be verified by charities. Then the charity can deliver the token to volunteers. Yeah, pretty much they already know. And you can see the campaigns with different crypto projects to adopt chain for the public. There's the traditional GoFundMe, the fundraising platform. There's a volunteer platform just called Connector, running this two running in traditional way. For Giving Block, be charity, that's running in blockchain way. Giving Block, they just record the fundraising transaction. That's they have the collection with all the spending the money by the charity. For B charity, build the payment system for charity to how they just spend money and how the donor to track donations. This is market. The point I want to talk about now is the charity created by by Canadian charity, just called the Career School. It's in Calgary. They more than $300,000 from event and develop the platform. And actually, the platform collaborate with different nations as UBC, BCIT, and other operations to develop the platform. BCHA also just collaborate with DCTRL, the community collaboration, because this project also just community driving. If you are community, you adopt platform to record your contributions or to record your work for the public. Just you are welcome to the project. I think so much for today's regarding blockchain for public. Next, I think if you try to support the platform, if you have a question, we may just continue the discussion. Thanks. Okay. Questions?
Okay, if anybody's got any things.
So come to a blockchain. So using Polygon, is that it?
Currently, it's Polygon. Yeah.
So I think I don't trust charities in general because there are like a closed box and not check they are closed box.
Yes.
So Polygon is very decentralized. So how is it different from? Because the idea would be to something that is very decentralized and anybody can participate. So it's not so much decentralized. So what do you feel about that?
This is just a point. If the donor they can vote because they already have the token because they have the donation and form. If they vote, we would move to be more decentralized. So we just start up their own chain, blockchain. For example, we may just put our own blockchain as layer 2 or layer 3, and layer 1. This is the option for more decentralized. Because for all the blockchain, they're almost the same technology. They can just move around. Say they can under layer 1 blockchain, they build their own blockchain. But all these technical skills, right? The technical stacks, essentially just we need to solve problems, build the trust, how to build the trust for the donor.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
Not so much a question. Thanks for your great presentation. Bringing up Git once again, just a little bit insight, talk about they've been doing. I found it pretty fascinating. They introduced a function called quadratic funding, which sounds actually relatively complicated, but it's quite simple. I think you kind of alluded to it along the lines of what the Polygon Foundation was matching donations from people when they were on Polygon. This quadratic funding was pretty fascinating to how it allows micro donations and people who aren't able to donate a lot to then amplify the amount they're able to donate by small amounts and small amounts contributing. Actually, the matching of quadratic funding meant their small donation could be matched up to 4-8 times more than say if you were donating a larger amount, it would be a much smaller of good note, seeing as it's airdrop season now, as many of us know. Some of these protocols and products do take into account you have donated via Git to their ecosystem, whether or not you might be eligible for one of their applicable airdrops. So fun there too.
Interesting. So Gitcoin for the.
Yeah, that's right. It's also in the fund round from the Polygon with the match pool. They run the match pool from next week, next Monday, 10 days. Or in these days, all the projects get a donation from the game. They just create a project and it will be get in quadratic fund way from the Polygon. That's the thing what the BG is doing now. You can, if you want to know more about the quadratic or the quadratic fund, you can try to donate one of the programs, see how it works.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, thank you very much tonight for yeah, that's it for tonight. Yeah, because there's a post dispenser at the very back of the table there. That's for winter of 24. So you can mint a hot new POAP. Take your phone, tap that, and yeah, put your phone up against it. That'll give you the right down. I just put your NFC and that'll mint a POAP. You just put in your ENS, your Ethereum address. There you go. Or if you're not quite Web3 ready yet, but you all should if you're here. Alrighty. Fold up your chairs if you don't mind, and we'll see you all next week. Thanks. Goodbye.